Good afternoon, Monrovia. Good afternoon, Painesville. Good afternoon, Sinker. Good afternoon, Douala. Good afternoon, the entire Republic. How you doing, guys? It's my pleasure to be seated here this afternoon. And of course, blaming live in your cars, in your living room. Oh, of course, in your around the pool where you seated. And those of you following up online, yes, it's ABC Radio 105.1 and ABC TV, of course. The name is Joe Nutwa Wanda. Better still call me Nutwa. And of course, the program is ABC Hard Talk. ABC Hard Talk is the program designed to make sure that the best is ever given. This is a program that that talk the talk and walk the walk. But I take a few more bars of our team song, and I will come with our guest listing this afternoon to tell you. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. The program is ABC Hard Talk. And of course, my name is Joe Nutwa Wanda. And I'm seated here making sure that you receive the best that radio can offer in terms of talk show. So this afternoon, we'll be showcasing a lot of good things for you. And with me on this set this day, I will call this set because normally it is TV and radio. So with me to dissect an issue this afternoon, my first group of guests will be the official of the Veteran Bureau is an advocacy group. Better still, the Veteran Bureau, they call themselves the veterans, of all veteran centers. I said it will be here. That's Roland Tibet and the rest of the guys will be here by this time. Actually, they ought to be in here. Then coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll be playing host to one of Liberia's best. He left this country somewhere around the 80s during the day of the late President Samuel Doe, and for his educational sojourn in the United States, where he served the U.S. Marine for 20 plus unbroken years. And he's back. He came back with worth of experience, and the Liberia can benefit from. So we thought to drill him through his experiences to be able to, for Liberia to tap into what he had and what, of course, he got to offer Liberians. So he will be my guest. They call him Sekou Sila. Sekou will be here this afternoon. Here I will be talking the best that you can think about. So we will be here together and doing it together, he and myself. And trust me, so the group of guys will be here. So let's go quickly for some kind of motivational, not motivational, but some health benefits on something that you can overlook every time. It's something that very, very, very nutritious that you can overlook. So I just thought to bring you this thing here quick.
which has potential health benefits. However,
Okay, let me put it back. Let me put it back. I want to put it back. I want to make sure. Okay, I want you to make sure you enjoy the best. Okay, that's cassava actually.
it is important to consume it in moderation. This is especially true given its high calorie content and nausea. 7. Weakness. 8. Headache.
Okay, that's it. I just thought to give you that tidbit. Thought to give you that tidbit with respect to cassava. Those who eat cassava, you see, I'm from Nima. That's the reason why you see. I thought that we could talk about this cassava too much. All right, because cassava is very much important. So here we are. Trust me. Those who eat cassava from Basel, from Nima, from Bom, from wherever part of the Liberia you're from and you eat cassava, you got too many benefits. Cassava can kill war in your stomach. Cassava can heal soul. Cassava can do a lot of things. It make you clever. No wonder why the Mayans are clever people, because they eat a lot of GB. Okay, my guests are pretty seated. And of course, we're about to kickstart our discussion. I got two personalities from the Veteran Bureau. They are already seated with me. It took me three. One is on the way, but time wait for no man. So those of you that are here, we start up quickly because I got another segment coming at 5 where my guests will also be here. Like I said, we got two segments on this program. The first segment start from 4 to 5, and of course from 5:05 up to 5:55 we got a second segment. And so the first segment guests already in studio, so we about to kick start. Like I said, junior technician doing the best he can to make sure that he gave them the best. But I take a little word from here. Where do we go? Okay, all right.
I love ABC Radio.
Hi there, you're with ABC Radio 105.1 FM.
Ninja flavor. I love this kids a bit.
Bros, if you know about what you get. Victory, na na na, yeah. Pray for grace, my G. I say pray for grace. Lua magba me, I want all this money. Don't want to take the same step where I take last year when I work for me. Oh, Lord, as I grind and they hustle, bless me with this money. But on your hand that day, I say make you run out for me. If you don't make money, wait till we get. Wait till we get. If you don't buy the best, wait till we get. Wait till we get. If you don't get control, wait till we get. Wait till we get. If you don't make money, wait till we get. Wait till we get. Lord, you know what to me, and you don't talk, make you manifest, oh, this street now my grace don't be who are super say carry first, oh. Now your grace I tell you leave I don't play attack and defense, so at the same time. And I thank you Lord, say even when I the class, you still give me the talent to give make I pass it. On the ring now family they call it. If not be billing or something they solve it. And here you be, my money is involved. Oh, you are blessed because I don't figure. So much pressure on them, they figure. I say $1, I still want that 10 figure. I need the kind of money where go back down, got to say who be this black schema. You wait nobody and you wait till we get. Wait till we get. If you don't buy the best, wait till we get. Wait till we get. If you don't get control, wait till we get. Wait till we get. If you don't this year I want to buy motor. This year I want to buy house. This year I pray make Oluwa no pass me by, cause I pray for grace, my G. It's not written that you will find or you seek, but you never find out who she did not seek. Competition deeper than life. It's not for the shallow man that we still there they grinding. When they ring the family they call it. If not be beating.
Okay, that's it. Just thought to give your interlude on music. What we'll do a setup for my guest because we have to go live, and of course, he's here between twists and 10. That's the man Smith, the original Smith. Smith is the one. Ishmael Smith. Actually, he's a talented producer. Actually, when Smith producing, you feel so good because the guy filled with all of the digital tricks you can think about. Women think you know better than Smith, but he lying. But Smith eat a team more than any other women. So again, my name is Joe Nutua Wanda, and of course, I got three personalities from the Veteran Bureau sitting here with me. They will introduce themselves, then we'll kickstart our discussion in a jiffy. Just on 2 minutes, of course, we will be starting up, and they are all seated. And I'm waiting for a signal from my. Okay, he just signaled me. Okay, so gentlemen, there we go. Again, it's my pleasure to have all of you seated here with me this afternoon. let's start from this end. My immediate right. Let's get to know your name, sir.
Well, pleasant good afternoon to the listening audience. My name is O.P. O'Neill Johnson. I am the chairperson on the Intellectual Discourse Committee of the Veterans Bureau of Liberia. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Well, let me say that good afternoon, and I want to first and foremost appreciate the management staff of ABC Radio for the level of work that you have done over the year, especially a very new, media, institution. So that is remarkable. Well, I'd like to say thank you. But quickly, my name is Wellington Kofi, and I'm the Secretary General of the Veterans Bureau. Thank you for the invite.
Of course, I'm from my immediate left here.
Well, Mr. Thanks very much, Big Brother Joe. I think this is my second debut. Let me say thanks.
I'll call it first because it's the official one now.
Official.
Because
Okay,
what we
yes.
did the last time was
what's a test drive?
Yeah, we're testing and besides we're trying to pick into the president's speech.
Okay, so let me say thanks for the opportunity always afforded to we the young people, specifically from the Veterans Bureau of Liberia on the Baguba Avenue. I'm G. Pound Roland Tiba Jr., National Chairperson, Veterans Bureau of Liberia. It is a pleasure being here.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. By the way, can you guys give me a basic, let's say a synopsis of what is unfolding now around the from your end there, from the vital end up to town? Because when I was coming, it's the continental drive on the road. I had to pass through Ghana'sville to get here. Imagine 20 minutes drive. It took me almost an hour plus or just to get to the studio here. So, can anybody tell me exactly what is it now on the road?
So it is almost like dog and cat. Yeah, the traffic is intense. Everyone that using the Somalia drive, from Vitan to, let's say, LPRC.
Yeah,
the traffic is intense. So you gotta be patient, you gotta focus and drive with care. But the traffic is intense, and I must appreciate the Liberia National Police, the Moreover City Police. They are all on the street ensuring that the traffic move free and safe.
Okay.
So the government, the police, the security apparel, they are doing their best.
Okay, that sounds good because I was really worried when I was coming. I said I nearly got caught up in the whole thing, so I just turned right around from LPRC to run through if somebody drive up to Cinco here. Okay, so guys, what a good news for the bureau because it's so veteran there. No better beginning.
well, the bureau is still on path with regards to her regular community engagement program. The Veterans Bureau of Liberia is still making significant inroads with regards to the regular, propaganda, especially where the Veteran Bureau promotes government programs and policy. So we are still around. We stay at the Baguba Avenue where we are more robust, especially promoting and even critiquing the system that we support.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Certainly.
You're critiquing the system?
that we even support. As time we critique the system.
And how high is taken by the power that be?
They critique, especially in recent time, the Veterans Bureau came up with a press statement where she said that government officials, especially those of whom who have interest to contest the 2023 legislative and presidential elections must resign, as the Code of Conduct stated, and the president came up with that in recent times. So it's a remarkable work. So it tells you that the Veteran Bureau sometimes critique the system, and by the critics of the Veteran Bureau to her own, and the president have taken decision.
Okay, that sounds good. But we'll go a little bit into it. Let's go to the Secretary General, Mr. Secretary General. Where are we with in the internal documentation and more awareness from your end?
Well, as you may be aware, as Secretary General, it's my responsibility, especially someone who controls the Secretary, to be able to keep all documents relating to the institution. And that is why we want to appreciate the First Order, Roland Jigba Untiba. He has been, working with us in that direction, making sure that we have a database regard to the membership, and especially as we embark on the voter and civil registration exercise, making our people to turn up, giving them that sense of responsibility that it is a right, and it is a voice to champion what is right and what they think is wrong, to be all the champion as well. So it is important that they be able to go and register. And first and foremost, when the card is in your hand, they give you that sense of power, that sense of belonging, that this is your country, and it will make you to express yourself freely. So we are working on that. And as you speak, we in the community, we in the district, but we want to expand our programs, especially in rural Monserrato, and then subsequently we can tackle the western region that have to do with bombing, and that's a bombing, Kitman, and Bapolu. So by next week, we'll kickstart in terms of engaging our people, and this is the situation that we find ourselves. And we must be grateful to God, especially the government of the Republic of Liberia, in terms of how they are relating to us, more especially when it comes to budgetary allotment regard to some of our programs.
Finally said, okay, let's go to the all-over boss, Mr. Roland. Tell us exactly where are we with your bureau?
So let me say thanks very much. Firstly, we must be grateful to God Almighty for giving us the opportunity. It is not our right to lead conscious-minded young people, men with expertise, young people that has bachelor, master degree to lead them. It takes the grace of God. Firstly, it has been over the years to fill in the gap of veteran Brandon B. Euro, the leg of Abayomi Tabla, Sandy, George, Johnson, Weir, and Lex. To fill in said gap, you must be able to tighten your belt and be able to listen more and be able to work more. Listen more, talk less, and do more working. So over the years, this has been the Veterans Bureau dream to ensure that citizen has the passion to get involved in the democratic process of Liberia. So last week, the Veterans Bureau launched your vote is your right. Your right to vote, register, and have your card. So when we launch it, and we say it is our responsibility to ensure that we sensitize more young people, the older folks, those who cannot always listen to the radio, some of those who don't have access to the internet, is for us to reach down. So when we launch it, the leadership and membership, with the approval of the board of directors, last week we were around Samanima creating more awareness. Mind you, years back, this is the Veterans Bureau of Liberia fear, and this is what we are engaging into more to ensure that people come out to vote, specifically young people. Your vote, it is your right. Over the years, some of us, over the Irish, most are tired. I don't want to vote. I don't want to register. Like when we went around, somebody around the village, we were all convinced close to 50% who say, I don't want to register. I don't want to vote. I'm tired of the people thing.
Do they tell you guys?
They said it directly. Some of them say, I'm tired because we put all person that they seen. Some of them stating the case of Darius Dillon, but we'll get to that later. Okay. They said they saw people as they lied and they went there, everything they seen. So we try encouraging. But one of the major focus of the Veterans Bureau of Liberia is to create more awareness, telling the young people that the voter registration this time around is biometric. Do not be trucked. Because over the years, John Brown would come in District 14, register, have a voting card in your hand, and go for $15 United States dollars in District 10 and go register. Our fear is when you register in District number 10, it is biometric. You cannot do second registration.
Right.
So the Veterans Bureau focus is to encourage young people register to where you have your right, where you want to see things being transformed, where you want to see things being developed, where you want to hold your lawmaker accountable, where you want to hold your senator accountable. Do not be trucked. But that is our message over the time.
Roland, I heard, I'm yet to substantiate it, but we are news people. So when we hear, we all want to throw it out to the public, or perhaps I may be speaking it wrong, but I understood that District number 10, people have been trucked there. You ever heard that too?
Exactly so. So this is it. You see, ignorance to the law is no excuse. Some people feel, more young people, specifically I want to speak to the young people. We are here to sensitize the young people. Please, people that honor our voice, register in your constituent. Do not be trucked. Yes. Before entering your studio, our somewhere around in district number 14, people left from Chocolate City. Almost 15, 20. They are not in boxes now. They're using keke.
Wow.
15, 20 online. We ask them we living. I live in Dokomere. Which part of Dokomere? I live in Dokomere. They cannot differentiate. When we want to question young people, somebody say, oh, the papi brought up for 20. Who the papi? They can't call names.
Imagine.
So it's our responsibility, because when you leave from your district and when you go and vote in district B and leave on district C, the lawmaker you are voting for in district B, the decision will not be holistic
and will not even affect
it
you.
will not affect you. So when you leave him on district B and going to district C, the next one leaving him on district from district Y to come in district C will take decision on behalf of you, and any decision they take, it will affect you in terms of representation and the legislature.
Then you start to call.
Say, oh,
from the
abandoned district. So this time around, the Veterans Bureau primary focus, while we are encouraging more young people, the older folks to go and register, we are encouraging the young people, stay in your constituent. Do not be choked. You cannot be used for 20 United States for the next 6 years. Your vote is your power.
Like 3 gallon gasoline for me.
It cannot, 3 gallon gasoline.
Yeah.
So just imagine.
4 gallon gasoline.
Just imagine.
Like
so when someone take it from your district and take it to another district, just 20 United States dollars. Mind you, it is biometric. There's the line on the scope. It is biometric system. When you register in district A, you cannot register in district B. So we must do everything humanly possible to talk to our young people.
So that after 6 years
you will change. So when you elect John Brown in your district, when you go and elect John Brown in district C, and somebody elect Mary Paul in district K,
where you
residing, the decision on that person because the first thing the person will think about, I use my resources.
That's right. And you didn't vote for me.
So
when the
the person will not think about you. So the Veterans Bureau primary focus during this voter registration is to talk to the conscience of the young people. We are appealing to you. We are young people. Let us see reason to register because we want people to vote independently. Use your independent judgment. Use your independent focus, because tomorrow the decision we take here will help transform and develop this country. People always pointing fingers. See Ghana, see Nigeria, see Dubai. The reason why you see that people are developing and they are making progress, it is because of their thought. I must appreciate that Lawrence Komabo, we talk about teaching attitude. Our focus as young people, the first thing we need to do is to transform the mind. The Bible says, be not conformed, but be transformed to the renewal of the things of the world. Right. So the first thing we must do as young people, it just must go across. Every one of us must see reason to earn. To earn and uphold, protect this democracy we fought for.
Quickly, let me hold you there and come to it before I go to the question that I got on mind. So with these kind of massive awareness from your end, telling the young people, so that you need to stay here, you need to be focused, you need to not be allowed to. This $20 here, you will have the 4 bottle or 20 bottle of beer to drink, but thereafter, when the alcohol wear off your body, what next? What is it that the Veteran Bureau is involved with? That what we call a voter apathy, that those who are just decided that, you know what, oh man, we didn't see anything inside again. So I will just eat the people money, but I ain't got time to go vote.
So the first thing here is our focus is get your registration card. That is our focus now, because when you say you eat people money, the first thing, you don't have the voter card, you don't have the access to eat the money. So the first focus of the Veterans Bureau is every one of us should troop to the registration site, register, get your voter card. Then the next phase is to start to tell you that vote for Party B, vote for this based on your conscience. There are a lot of development ongoing. We don't want to dive into politics, but they are all is not rosy. I know. Or everything will not be rosy on the dark come. but the triumphant development, those progress that we are making, those changes that we are seeing, in order to have the invisible pack, you must be able to vote. In order to have the renovation of Western Field, you must be able to vote. In order to have road connecting from Dokomere that years back people used to use, keen on to live on Dokomere, now you can use your vehicle. You must be able to get a voting card to vote. in order to get a morning town house in Lofa Vonjima County, you will be able to obtain your voter registration card. So our primary focus now, from now to the end of the voter registration, is to ensure the massive turnout of young people, the elderly folks, to go and register to vote.
The massive fund of young people and older people to go and vote. Now, this is the question that I want to bring back home with respect to the issue you raised from the beginning. Now, let's get something clear here. You talk about critiquing, the power that you support, immensely. Now, my concern here is, the code of conduct says 12 calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
You should resign if you got interest. Joe Warner got interest, but yeah, he deputy minister and minister XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe Warner refused to adhere to the code of conduct.
Okay.
And we got like 8 more months to the close of to the election, not close, but to the election.
Mm-hmm.
It took the president to come again to say, people, I beg you, we got something that guide you myself. If you got interest, those that are appointed by me,
Mm-hmm.
please walk away. Do you think it was fair enough to the president who thought it wise to get these people, something, to get these people something, to get them appointed, to be the one to say it when the code of conduct, this says in a quote, 12 consecutive working months. Step aside if you got any interest. You think it was fair enough on their part? Those who were appointees by the presidency?
Yeah, so the thing is, the sole responsibility of the president is to be able to appoint.
Mm-hmm.
And those who the president appoints, the way in the ways and pleasure of the president.
Right.
And by 5, looking at the law, what did the law say? That if one has intent,
Mm-hmm.
the law says that he or she must be able to resign
Right.
a year
A year.
prior to elections.
Right.
So it was laudable for the president to have had those who have intent, right, remanded
Mm-hmm.
that the law say you must resign. You getting it?
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter here is, people should be rational in their thought, knowing very well that I'm anticipating that this coming election year I may want to contest, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at me being a government official, for example, right?
Right.
So looking at the code of conduct, the code of conduct says I must resign 1 year prior to elections.
Right.
So I don't have to be remanded by the president.
Mm-hmm.
But what I need do is to be able to honorably resign my position so as to engage myself in the elections.
Mm-hmm.
So there are 2 primary issues. One has to do with the issue of desire
Mm-hmm.
and intent.
Right.
That is, for example, I have the intention to contest.
Mm-hmm.
When I have the intention to contest, it means that automatically I must be able to resign because I have the intentions. So the intentions and the desire, it is my desire to contest, right? But have I come over it? No. You getting it?
Mm-hmm.
So there are 2 separate, issues we relate that are correlating within that part of the law. So our argument here is argument that we have taken on few weeks ago, telling government officials who have interest in the elections, who want to contest in their various constituencies, must be able to resign. You getting it?
Yeah.
Reminding them that they needed to resign.
They are already took 5 months out of the 12 months.
Looking at that, and the president has come up to say they must resign, it tells you that our advocacy has yielded fruit.
So you started ahead of the president.
Of course.
Before the president saw reason.
Of course.
But my citizens are complaining about my appointees.
And the president respect the law.
You're right.
So that's the reason why the president honorably told them say, oh, they must resign by next month.
Do you think it's feasible to tell them, say, you know what, say you fail to do it and you got like 8 more months, the 5 months that you stay in office and you took salary, be able to replace back the Liberian poor money and walk away, say you still got the intent to run?
For me,
be fair like that.
For me, I actually didn't see that. Whether did the president mention?
No, he didn't mention. I'm just being hypothetical to ask that.
Oh, okay. So if the law talks about that,
the law didn't talk about it.
Okay.
I mean, law is reasoning.
Of course.
So my concern here is
if that should happen.
Yeah, 12 months. They asked me, my man, you've been seated behind here, but within 12 months, you guys intend to go to XYZ area.
Yes.
You must leave just at the beginning of the first month.
The first month.
That go into
the remaining month that you work for, you must be able to do remittance.
No, what I'm saying is that I fail to do it when it is written in black and white.
Okay.
There should be some little punishment because presidents always set the basis for good democracy.
Of course.
So I'm saying hypothetically, should we ask those who have refused to do it until the president has remind them? Because they have been taking pay for the past 5 months.
So like big brother,
Yeah.
we should not dwell on this. Like the president has already intimated
that
those persons who have the desire to contest, who want to contest the particular election, they must resign this coming month.
Yeah, next
right?
month is 7.
Next month is 7. So anybody who failed to follow suit, it means that automatically it appears as a defiance, right, to the president's
So
order.
you guys will keep everybody on their toes now.
Of course, we are
Watching
going to
those
keep
who facing billboards.
we are going to keep government official feet to the fire, especially those who have the desire to contest and may have refused to resign. Looking at the president's order, the executive order that came from the president, is welcoming. So that's the reason why those persons who are supposed to resign must resign by that period that the president mentioned. So it's something that we have embarked on, this kind of advocacy, and thank God that the president has came up with it. Is welcoming, and we look forward to see government officials who want to contest this 2023 election. They must resign by the 7th of next month.
Okay, quickly, SG, let's come to before I take my quick break. From the local things, SG, you think with the present engagement, where you guys are taking on to homes, to communities, to be able to talk to young people, to be able to speak to the minds of fathers and mothers, in the midst of destitution, you think they will give you ears to listen? Because a man who is hungry, chief, you go there talking and you got nothing to offer him or her, you think they will listen to you?
Well, our people are listening, and that is why we must always appreciate them. One thing that they are so concerned about, all is not rosy, but there are some progress, especially the home to that belief. One home telling me now, Labrin Palan, my son, they conjure a boss, Polly. All of us seeing the thing we can see. So, my Sarah, go to school, but they think they call development, can count sometimes tie in your stomach. When you born 3 to 4 children, what do you expect? So, in that way of life, the people appreciate the level of development that is cutting across Liberia. Today, we have roads. We have the health sector being revamped. Today, we have over 1,000 of health workers have been placed on government payroll. The lack of education. Look at today, the budget have increased. 94 millions have been allotted for education. Looking at the issue about Civil 7 receiving increment in salaries. So people have a sense of understanding that all is not lost. And this is about competition of ideas.
The Civil 7, as we speak, they had the president, the president, Mobile Johnson yesterday had a press conference and the lambasted government with respect, especially the first branch of government, they telling them that it was draconian on their part to allow themselves to pass a bill, only waiting for the president's signature and to turn into law, that 50% of the salary to be given. They actually hitting against it. They asking the president not to do it. Then you talk about Civil 7, happy?
Well, I'm not saying they are 100% happy. There are issues, especially on the issue about that quote unquote. I personally, I don't know my institution because I believe in an institution, because when we are having institutional things, we talk it as institution.
Right.
But in my own feelings, the law, it is not a law. That law should not even exist. And I just pray with the president, especially with a trip from the UAE. Today he's in America.
Yeah.
Upon his return, let him be all understand that law is now a law. It's not a law because it does not have, a sense of reasoning to look at the society that we find ourselves in. For example, how can you see a lawmaker, who is 25 years, because the law says when you are 25 years, you can contest for a representative position. So if the person go and contest, and after the 6 years, let's assume that the person will come, they will get 12 years. So after that 12 years, and the person is no longer a representative,
Let's say
like the way we find a situation in our society now, many of them will not go back.
Right.
So after that 6 years, and that person is 31 years, do you consider him as retired person?
A retiree.
So a retiree. So you see the irony, and you are saying we as a citizen should be able to support such a law. A senator, you go there for 9 years and you did not do anything for the people in Mosorado, in Mangibi, in Kilman. So after that 9-year period, 50% of the salary. And what is so laughable is the fact that they just open up, make it a big quest so that people cannot have understanding that tomorrow will just be going to court. Is that how you want the country to be? So sometimes we just feel saddened. And that is the reason why the civil servant took all that decision, and we supported that on the issue. But the president, who all of us support, looking at his intentions for this country, we believe he is on the right trajectory. And that is the reason why every Liberians are taking up the decision to go and register. But we as a people, we as an institution, we just have to, tap on them. So that means as a means of
reminder. Now got another tax, a killer tax on their head.
Certainly.
When the president do come back, you're going to engage him through whatever medium to tell him, Mr. President, the laws is draconian, because if you do this thing, it's not a good legacy.
So they are only intended to, make people to go against you, Mr. President. And this is the reason why you must not sign to that,
especially the election is just a few months away.
Certainly.
And you go and allow people to take 50% of maybe $5,000, $7,000 a month.
Yeah. So, Mr. President, look at the insincerity. Look at the situation of not understanding what is common people want. These people are not in the interest of the Liberian people, but rather they want to incite the citizen against you. And this is the reason why you must be rational to take any decision, especially by throwing it back to them and let them be able to review it, take it to the citizens, and let them understand. As for the issue about the presidency, yes, we all know when it comes to the Constitution, especially Article, let's say the 1986 Constitution, it provides that, especially for the Chief Justice and the Associate Justices, it is important that those who have this position, especially 75 years, you have the opportunity, to retire. But for the representative, what is retirement? So it means that if Mr. Joe Wonder, have the opportunity to become a representative, if the government buy you car, so the government will be giving, because it say all of benefits will add specify. You see,
all of benefits.
All of benefits.
That's a good one. I'm going to take my quick break. When I come back, of course, the next 2-3 minutes, then you guys can talk again, and we'll try to engage the public. Listen, in the next 5 minutes, then we'll engage the public. Let them take a quick break here. Okay, the program is ABC Radio, and of course, we're taking this break.
Gifty, where did you get the bricks you used to build your house? See how strong the bricks look.
I got them from Rovia Bricks. Do not tell me you have not heard about Rovia Bricks.
You mean they are located in Liberia?
Yes, Angie. Rovia Bricks is a division of Rovia Logistics Incorporated, and they offer a variety of concrete products for all your construction needs. They have 6, 7, 8, and 4 inches blocks. That's not all.
Tell me more.
Rovia Bricks have covers for roads and well, cornerstones, Colombo blocks, yard tiles, sand, be it smooth, rough, and mixed. They even have red dyed for land filling and crushed rocks of all sizes.
How can I get to them?
You can locate Rovia Bricks right at the corner of McDonough and Carey Streets on the Kakata Highway, Copper Farm area in Fendel, around the University of Liberia campus, or locate our head office on Randall Street. Call Rovia Bricks on 0777 874 231 or 0888 726 172. Email them on rovialib@gmail.com. Better still, WhatsApp them on 0777 874 231 or Facebook Rovia Logistics Incorporated.
I'm calling them right now for that man's swampy land. No time to waste.
Ma, take it easy.
Okay, welcome back. That's our prime sponsor, Rovia. Yeah, they're located right there at the intersection of Buchanan and Carey Street, and just go right there. They're opposite the post office. They can give you all that you need. You want a car to take your blocks, your sand, your whatever it is. We got a lot of good. They got yellow machine. They got good trucks. I mean, 12-tire trucks that can not hit you any water, any mud, and whatever it is. Simply tell Ted, the ABC sending to you. So I hear to you this afternoon to talk business. Okay, so whatever you are, this is ABC Radio, and of course the program is Hard Talk. And with me in studio, I got two gentlemen from the Veteran Bureau, the famous Veteran Bureau on Bekugo Avenue. Gentlemen, before we take a course, let's quickly go on. I want you got 2 minutes each on the issue that had to do with what transpired less than a week now, or a week plus now, at the University of Liberia. You guys are young people, and for students and lawmakers to go into this thing, let me get your own 2 minutes each.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, thank you. We, as institution, has condemned the violent actions at the level of the University of Liberia. We condemn the actions of Representative Gray, why it is true, but equally so we told the students to be more academic. They should be academically driven than wanting to engage themselves into violence, because we were students before, and we know how it takes to be a student, especially wherein you, as students, there are a lot of principles that comes with it. As you being a student, especially wherein a student must be able to constructively engage his veteran or members of the administration of that institution. So we believed that the continuous act of violence by members of the students based political party, that is the Student Unification Party, is clearly against the principle of being a student. So by far, we as institution condemn the student actions and told the students to be more engaging, especially when it comes to academic activities.
They should be academically driven.
They should be academically driven.
Then be radically driven.
Then being engaging themselves into violence, because we see violence as something that has derailed the peace of this country during the last 14 years that we fought a serious crisis in this country where our sisters, our mothers were raped, our family members were killed. So we do not want to go back to the dark days.
We don't want to go back to the dark days. Let me hold you right there. SG, I was listening to the dean of the College of Political Science this morning, Honorable Richmond Anderson. He says, and I quote, people are blaming the political science department, but let me let you guys know, all of the colleges, all of the students there, they are politically driven. You see, every other thing at the university is politically driven. Do you buy into that also?
Yeah, I want to appreciate him for that statement. The institution there, at the University of Liberia, politically they are driven from the faculty to the student body. It is true. It is unarguable. That is a fact that at the university there, politics have taken over the entire department and colleges at the university. So even when you go to the business college, and politics have taken over because everyone with a mentality that he or she want to beat up the chest. So for that reasons, they leave that sense of professionalism and be able to provide even information that is within to the student community, especially the level of party that they believe when they speak. People jitter, people shake, and that is the reason why the university is going the way it is going. But on the issue about why unfolded or reason, we condemn the act to the furthest and stronger things. What constitutes someone be corrupt? The person, under the law, even when the person is accused, they are innocent until facing or proving even a competent court of jurisdiction that this person, is a corrupt person. But somebody just get up in the morning and they see Mr. Joe Wonder, coming to work and they see him,
perception.
It's just based on perception. So you tell that person to be corrupt. So when the person appeared on the University of Liberia campus, you jet at them, you boo them, you call them a whole lot of names, and even to the fact that you was stone, chose stone at the car or the vehicle, and you go to that extent to damage it. That is not the rule.
I think it's out of hooliganism.
Let's call it that is a complete hooliganism. It's a hooligan's behavior of that students. And this is the reason why we also front as, lawmaker, the foundation number 10, representing Yakia Koluba, who later took the students back. What is truth? As an institution, especially a pro-government institution, we condemn the action of Representative Gray, especially for the fact that there were elders in the land who call him and say, Honorable Gray, don't go. For the fact that the situation, acted the way it is, and repeat, we as an institution or group or body or people with wisdom, we can handle that situation, call the students.
And the fact remains that even the place you say you're going to have lunch, all of those kiosks or restaurants were all closed.
All closed.
Then you still insisted that you're going to go there to go and have lunch.
There where we are institution we have problem with. But for the consistent behavior of students who are always, thinking that they have monopoly over violence, they will be able to chase people at the university. The university at all times belongs to all Liberians, and especially as a state-run university. Even if it's now a state-run university, the Constitution provides that everyone under the Liberian law at all times free, without any hindrance. You can move any part of Liberia in a much you not come in contact against the law. Okay. So that is the fact.
Let me hold you there.
Thank you so much.
Quickly and run to the line and let's see whether we can engage a few of our callers. 077-105-100 if you in Monrovia or outside of Monrovia or in Liberia for that matter. For the Digital Square mile, if you within that confine, you can call on that. But if you outside of Liberia, you want to be part by way of our online platform, it's plus 231-077659072. Oh, that's 077 077-105-100. That's plus 231-055-105-100. And of course, and the line to call is 077-105-100. You'll be live up in studio. I have with me officials of the Veteran Bureau. They are here this afternoon, and we're talking about issues relevant to the voter registration. Of course, I have not had my card now. I have not had my card, but this Saturday I'm going to get it because of my work schedule. I will make sure to go there Saturday soon morning by 6 o'clock. This is not ready. In fact, I will open the play for I came and Lord GB will follow you together. So we're talking about it, and of course, issues relevant to what unfolded at the University of Liberia and other issues. They also spoke on issues that had to do with the president, being very magnanimous to Liberian people to say that those he appointed should also step aside who got intent to run for position. So whatever you want to be part of it, call now on 077-105-100 and 055-105-100. You'll be live up in studio. And of course, my what they call it, I got Alternative line here is 07765900725. You can also call to make it interactive. Let's hear from you. Call us out there, Liberian, whatever you have. Following our discussion yet in studio is ABC Radio, and the program is ABC Hard Talk, where we talk hard, void of character, assassination of personality, and we only talk the issues that is carried on by individual, but not the individual themselves, but the action of the individual is what we discuss here on this platform. So you can now make it interactive by calling on, or you don't want to call. Should I call? Should I say, okay, I leave it at that and I allow my guests to just walk away? No, I guess some of you got something on your sleeve. You wanted to ask the veteran. They are very with me. They're from the Veteran Bureau, because people from the Veteran Bureau, they are not better people. They are people who are filled with all of the information that you can think about. So now the time is fast spent. So please give me a call quickly. The last two, okay, the first 2 calls or 3 calls. Then of course I let my guests take their lead, because my second guest, I understood, is already here, and it's almost 5 o'clock in the city of Monrovia, and I want you to be part of it. Okay. Do we have a call on the line? Okay, we missed that call. 0777105 0777105 call me 07765900725, the number to call. That's the alternative line. You can call that line. If not, then I call you a day along with my people. Wherever you are in Monrovia and want to be part, you either do it now or better say, hold your peace. Let the Lord for your battle. Gentlemen, okay, the time is fast spent actually, because I have other segment coming where my guests will be seated on the other side wanting to also talk about issues. So let me give you guys the next chance, maybe the next 3 minutes, to be able to talk to me again with respect to your closing remarks. Starting with you, with the secretary, before we come over to the other guests.
Thank you.
Sorry, I got you a mic off. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Joe Wonder. Thank you, big brother. We appreciate the invite. And we'd like to say thanks to the management staff of ABC Radio. We want to say, continue what you are doing for the Liberian people. One thing, I follow you. Maybe you would think that I'm just using word flattering because I'm with you, but I am an added follower of you. I admire you so a lot, especially when it comes to the media. I encourage you to continue to bring young people, especially as time will come, you will become, retire or perhaps leaving the stage, so that you can give all the young people the opportunity to be able to prove themselves, especially when it comes to the media. Quickly, we want to encourage our people. We tell you thank you for the making of the decision. Go and vote, go and register rather. Take that time to register. If it is even required that you will stay 5 to 6 hours on the line, do it, because the card that you will have, it is your voice. If you want your country, if you want your community, if you want your district to have transformation, you have to go and register. And when it comes to the October 10th process, go and vote. And that is the message that we have for our people. Go and vote. And for those who, have intent to contest, we want to encourage you, please, relinquish your position as government official, because we want a level playing field that the president intimated in his communication, or in his executive order. I was very clear that you must be able to do it in the interest of the state, especially when it comes to public policy and the public sector management. So on the basis of that, we are calling on our citizens, go and register. Go and register. That registration card, it is your voice. Thank you very much, and we hope that opportunity of such will always give us the opportunity so that we will be able to come and add our voices regarding the issue of national concerns. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, well, I thank you for listening to us. We like to encourage every Liberian to take advantage of this voter registration exercise that is intended to empower you so as to make a key national decision, so as to form part of the national decision processes of our country as we gear towards the 2023 legislative elections. Do not be truck. Ensure that you obtain your card. It is something that will make you eligible to be able to vote on election day. So we'd like to encourage every Liberian as we gear towards this process. Let's stay away from violence. Do not allow yourself to be truck. Liberia is the only country that we have. It is a country that each one of us cannot be deported from. So as such, we like to encourage every Liberian, stay in your area, be registered in your area. Do not come to my community to get registered when you're not living there. So we like to encourage everyone, and we say this country, it is a country that we must always have. It is a country that we must always promote that sense of reasoning. We must always demonstrate national patriotism as Liberian. So let's come together and make Liberia a better country. Thank you.
Again, it's my pleasure to actually have you guys seated here to grace this platform with your presence. Again, thank you. We will always keep our doors open, and engagement of this nature, trust me, we'll always call on you guys to do it. So thank you very much. Have a pleasant time while you're going back. And of course, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, yes, our second guest will be here. We'll be ushering him in.
Doing your love behind me like you be bully. Yeah, we supposed to link up, but you be Johnson. Me, but if your love behind me like you be bully. Oh baby, don't leave me lonely.
Oh, darling. You say you love me, I said a story. No big time motto, you gotta show me. If I'm the one, you guys be
I got a pocket full of money and all I wanna do is spend it on you. This feeling is killing me, baby. Tell me what I for do. Cause your love is irrelevant, and I do like your belly dance. When your pose is elegant, yeah. Baby, you be on your mind. Oh yeah, wash it, banana.
original, no wonder. Oh, yeah, man, shake that.
Okay. That's it. My producer was there advising you. So we must start playing the foreign music because it's piracy. Because they put in there to get their money. So please, all the announcer here, we've been told by our technical people that not to play too many foreign music, but we should rather play our Liberian music. That one that they will not charge us anything. Anybody that thought to you'll be wasting your time, they will not tell anything. So be yourself while we are here. Make sure you do the best you can, and make sure you keep Liberian music on the table. So on that note, I want to just have the time now to say welcome to our friend and brother. Sekou, it's my pleasure to have you seated in the school's studio.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay, I didn't know your mic. Let's hear that again.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay. All right, Sekou is somebody is very difficult to actually introduce him. So Sekou, this is ABC Radio. My audience, both in and out of Liberia, want to know who is this guy sitting behind the microphone. You know, who is this Sekou? Sekou Sila. Who is this Sekou?
I actually wanted you to.
There's difficult people like you to actually introduce you. It's difficult. Let me be frank.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah. Sekou Sali. I was born here. I left Liberia in 1985.
Okay.
To go to the States. Went to school out there. After high school, I joined the Marines. 20 years in the Marines. After that, I got in corporate America. I left the Marine with my MBA, so I was able to, get into some good position. After that, I looked at it. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to go back home. So
despite the fact that things are not as the way you left it, but you just choose to come back.
Yes, it was something that was always on my mind to come back home.
And there's a minister that I always, he's my very good friend. I won't call her name, but he told me that he went to the States and was doing very well teaching at the university. He was a professor at the university in one of the states in America after getting his master's and everything into IT. He said one day he just chose that he should come back home. He said his mother went from one prayer band to another prayer band praying. He said, look at my son going, so not be wishing more. I mean, she spent good amount of money
Hmm.
because the son decided to come back home. So it was not in your case too that your people they say that say, well, look, there's some kind of person now charm you and you live in your luxury to come back into this place.
The family didn't really know, or they didn't think I was going to actually be living here. So I came on vacation.
Okay.
And I'm stuck. I've been here since we came in 2020.
Okay.
Just to see the area, and I fell in love, with the country,
Okay.
although it's in its state, whatever condition is in. But like I said, I've always wanted to come back to Liberia. That's where I was born, and I'm here.
Okay, Sekou, let's go around a little bit about your life in America, your life in the Marine. Let's the next 5 minutes, let my audience listen to you.
Life in the Marine. So I joined the Marine 1994, November. My mother didn't want me to join, but I didn't listen to her. I had a successful tour. I was mostly stationed on the East Coast.
Okay.
Administration by trade. From there, I did 2 tours in Iraq. One was combat related. The other was administrative related. I did 1 tour in Saudi Arabia, working with the government in Saudi Arabia. I learned a lot of good things from the Marines, integrity, hard work, just the basic things that you need. So my time in the Marine Corps definitely appreciate the time that I spent, in the Marine, learning different leadership traits, different leadership style, confidence. But I bring all that with me as I go on with my day-to-day activities in the country.
So you telling me that living in Marine was actually good. Now coming back home after 20 plus years, in an environment that is so serene, an environment that is comfortable in terms of when you open your eyes, you see the beauty of nature.
Mm-hmm.
You see everything just falling in place, right after another. And coming back home to devastation, when you touch down our RIA, you start to look left and right. All you see, palm trees have become the new skyscraper of the time. And driving into the city center, the same old thing you left when you were no young guy. You see the same thing. You discouraged to say, why am I leaving my luxury to come back to the mosquito-infested place where things are so difficult?
So I was not discouraged. I knew the state, and I knew, the state that Liberia was in. Everything is not roses in America. America has its issue. Liberia has its issue as well. I lived in worse places, being in the Marine Corps. So living condition in Liberia here is kind of peaceful to me.
Okay. So you were able to cope with situation in less than no time.
Easily, because what I came through. So being in Iraq, sometimes you might take a shower, take a bath 1 time a week. If you wait into the desert, there's no electricity. So being in Liberia is not too bad.
The program is ABC Hard Talk, and of course, my guest today is Sekou Sylla, a Liberian who spent all of his life in America, 20 years plus, serving the United States Marine Corps, and he's back home to give to Mama Liberia, leaving corporate America and coming back to Liberia that is still counting how to put things in order. Sekou, what is it that Liberians can look up to you for now?
Leaving corporate America, one thing that I learned in the corporate sector, people work together. There's a lot of collaboration that is done. There's a lot of, from my experience being here, there's a lot of lack of trust.
Okay.
Amongst Liberians, from my experience.
Okay.
So the thing if we as a people can work together without, anything hindering, each other, I think Liberia will go a long way. It's a great country. There's a lot of resources. There's a lot of, once again, resources that, once we get on track, there'll be a lot of benefit to all the citizens.
May I ask you this? Because this question I'm asking is often asked a man whenever he travels to a foreign place. Like when I went to China, I have the cultural, shock. Coming back home after 20 plus years, did you have similar shock, touching base back home?
Cultural shock.
Because you just made mention of in corporate America, people work together, confidence and trust are built. And back home, you see those things are lacking. Yeah.
So that would be one difference. As far as cultural shock, when I left Liberia in 1985 till now, is a major difference. Unfortunately, I cannot say it's a positive difference, but it's a major difference. So there was a little shock, but not so much of cultural shock.
Okay.
Because once again, I've been in situation where my living condition wasn't the best. Well, we have a group of people that are going to try to kill us. So it wasn't a major cultural shock, because I think I prepared myself to come here, to live here. When I talked to some of my family members or friends, they said, I can't even believe you over there that long.
the thing that something is happening to you.
Exactly.
See, could you just leave and your luxury to go and stay in Liberia doing what there?
Well, there's certain peace. There's certain mental peace that I have gotten since I've been here.
Okay.
In the States, there's a lot of stress, even with the tension between the blacks and the police.
Yeah.
I can be walking or driving on the street in Liberia, not thinking about somebody gonna pull a gun or police gonna pull a gun and kill me. So there's a different kinds of stress in America, and there's a different kind of stress in Liberia. So I like both places, but now I'm here, living in Liberia.
Okay, now let's get on to business. What are you involved with since you got back?
So my passion is fitness, health, wellness. My mother suffered from high blood pressure. She had diabetes, and at times she would have these strokes, mini strokes. So at the end, that was her unfortunate situation that she had. She passed away. So when I came here with that passion to see that, or to fight that nobody, in the country where we have healthy food, we have natural food, why are people suffering from these diseases? So what I have been involved in is we created a rehabilitation center focused on high blood pressure and diabetes and stroke.
Okay.
That being said, we've just graduated 35 nurses. By the way, the company is Amadi Akiza.
Okay.
And our community empowerment initiative, the NGO, we established it in September 2022. So we train these nurses, focus on high blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke, how to recognize the sign, how to different kind of exercise that you can do to mitigate, those illnesses, food that you should be eating. When it comes to stroke, we have at the center where these nurses are trained to exercise folks with strokes, to get them to where they need to be.
So these are some of the lapses you have seen so far within the Liberian society. But what do you do to actually get them to understand that you need to be on this diet, you need to be on this, you need to be on this to get your life going, normal? How do you manage with trickling that information down to your people that you often deal with?
Okay, so our clients, we also train. We have a training session.
Oh, okay.
We train Monday. You part of the team.
Yeah.
We train.
I come this Saturday.
Yeah, you come this Saturday. We train
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
Okay.
In the morning, starting at 8 all the way to 10 or 11.
Mhm.
In the evening, starting at 5, we have a 6, 7, 8 session.
Military kind of training, or
So it's more group training.
group training?
Group training where we group circuit training.
Okay.
So we have 10 or 15 people. They will have its own section that they will train at.
Okay.
30 seconds. However, going back to the question, we encourage the clients. Hey, we talk about nutrition. We talk about wellness. Wellness meaning, how to release stress. We do breathing exercise. We do mindfulness exercise. All these things help release stress, help with anxiety, help with depression. So the clients that we have, we encourage them by consistently talking to them, setting an example at the facility. We serve food, healthy food. We go as far as with our NGO where we do community engagement, community awareness. For example, this Saturday that's coming up, we have a engagement with the Duazon area,
Okay.
where we'll be doing some community assessment. We'll have our nurses out there taking people blood pressure, getting their sugar count, and counseling them on signs of high blood pressure, signs of diabetes.
And these are done on a free of charge basis.
This is free of charge basis.
Okay.
Once we engage with the community chairman or the community, those that are in charge of the community.
Right.
We spoke with the community chairman of Duazon, so he arranged where we're going to be, and he's going to contact the community, and it's free of charge.
You said something very important. I thought to bring it back to you. You talk about breathing, breathing and exercise. How does that work?
So breathing exercise, breath work. One of the most important way to maintain your health. So the breathing exercise, it help increase the oxygen in your red blood cells. Portion of that breathing exercise, it stimulates the vagus nerve. So the vagus nerve is the largest and longest nerve in your body. So which connects to all your major organs. So as you stimulate that, utilizing the breathing exercise, it kind of rejuvenate, your organs. It just makes you feel alive.
So how is that performed? Let's give a little.
So imagine you laying down on the ground.
Okay.
That's how we usually perform it at the facility. Laying down on the ground, your hands are by your side, your feet are straight on the ground. You breathing into the mouth and directly into the stomach. So you breathe in, you're raising the belly button from the spine area, come up, and you breathe down. So breathing in and out. There'll be a point where you will breathe in and breathe out all the air, and you hold your breath for, if you're starting out, you might hold it for 10 seconds or 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You hold your breath for that amount of time, and then after that time come, you will take another breath in, and you will hold that breath for 15 seconds, and then you'll let it out. So that's another form of breathing exercise. You'll do that up to 3 reps, two repetitions. There's another breathing exercise that is called breath of fire. So the breath of fire is where you hold in the navel in.
Okay.
Right, you exhaling like that. You exhaling. You're not breathing in, but automatically you will breathe in, but your focus is to exhale out.
Okay.
So and then you have Kundalini breathing. So there's so many different breathing exercise that is for wellness, especially mental health, and stuff like that.
Sekou, I was told from research that where you are involved with is lacking in many of our hospitals or institutions, and this had given, rise to accident victim, making Liberia to be second on a listing in the world to be the most accident, prone community.
Mhm.
Do you have any plan to spread this thing across the country?
So the plan for now is to get everything settled in the county, and then in the future, yes. The fact that we graduated 35 nurses into rehabilitation. Rehabilitation is not something that we have a lot with, that we deal with a lot in Liberia.
Okay.
Especially when it comes to the major threes, high blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke. These are common instances that is affecting us. You mentioned Liberia being the second in the world.
Yeah. In terms
that
of
was
accident. Yeah.
in terms of accident.
Yeah.
What that means to us is we have the opportunity and we have the challenge of helping those that get amputated. How to train them to know how to use those muscles against, right?
Yeah. Muscle.
And conversation with a brother of mine, ex-senator. Prior, he used to be the.
We're talking about Dr. Peter Coleman.
Dr. Peter Coleman.
Okay.
So working with people like him, encouraging us to find our way through the Liberian Society, how we can get different type of clients to come to the facility, those that came out of surgery that wants to recover. If you go home, family member really don't know what to do to help you recover. So that's one thing that we bring to the table.
Because in recent time, one of our colleague journalists from our sister's station has similar case like that. He did a surgery, in the Ivory Coast, came back home, had not been going for checkup. So according to him, the iron in his body is like giving him problem. Where according to the last Ezra, he said he did it. The doctor said the womb is healing, but the iron there is like something is wrong, and because he didn't go for
therapy.
Is now causing him problem. And he said when he put his feet on the ground, it's like he just got the bone fracture.
Wow. Yeah, because after every surgery, if necessary, you have to go through therapy. So that way that doesn't happen. The metal and the muscle can be retrained. The muscle can be retrained again. Stretched out. All the when you have surgery, all the residue that's in with the surgery site, all that needs to be kind of massaged and get rid of all those things out there.
Yeah, but we don't have many of these kind of things you do to our various clinics and hospitals. Well, are there plans that you sit with management of these hospitals, like for example JFK, Redemption Hospital? These are all government facilities. To talk to the management that look, we can provide these services. We can work together as a team, because the person just walking, like you rightly said, walking straight home and just gonna lie down in bed, and all it does is to feed him, each on time, maybe a sponge bath him, and that's it.
Well, with Dr. Coleman leadership and his concern for the country, we definitely want to work closer with him, where he's going to give us an audience with the health ministry, just to get us in with them, to let them know, hey, this is what we're doing. Actually, at our graduation, we had someone from the health ministry there, so we have her information. We try to work closer to her. As far as other hospitals, that's in our plan to go to different hospitals, tell them what we have going on.
And then you prepare to deploy men just in case a hospital try to open their doors?
We have 35 nurses. For now, we intend to get more. So yes, I think we're prepared.
You are prepared to do that?
Yes.
If you just joined the program, it's ABC Radio, of course, ABC Hard Talk, and I have with me in studio one of Liberia's best. He spent most of his time out of here and brave the storm to come back home to get back to society. So wherever you are, just keep tuned because you had the time to be able to ask some questions that are probably going through your mind as I speak now with you. So as we talk, so be there while we are here and to do the best we can to make sure that we bring you the best that this program can bring over. So be there. We'll try to see whether we can take a quick break. When we come back, then we continue with more discussion. But in the meantime, and in between time, let's see whether we can just do something here quick.
Going, your love behind me like it be bully. Yeah, we supposed to link up, but you be Johnson. Me, but if your love behind me like it be bully. Oh baby, don't leave me lonely.
Oh, don't leave me. You say you love me, I said I'm sorry. Don't beat my motto, you gotta show me. If I can want you guys be on me.
I got a pocket full of money and all I wanna do is spend it on you. This feeling is killing me, baby. Tell me what I for do. Cause your love is irrelevant and I do like your belly dance. And your pose is elegant, yeah. Baby, you be on your man. Oh yeah, wash it, banana.
Original, no wonder. We are much together. I remember what you told me. Say I'll be bad girl, but nobody only.
Going, your love behind me like it be bully. Yeah, we supposed to link up, but you be Johnson. Me, but if your love behind me like it be bully. Oh baby, don't leave me lonely.
Oh, don't leave me. You say you love me, I said I'm sorry. Don't beat my motto, you gotta show me. If I can want you guys be on me.
Okay, welcome back to ABC Radio. Of course, here in studio with Sekou Sila. Sekou is my guest. He's a Liberian based here now. He used to be in America, corporate America, and he served the Marine Corps for 20 plus years. And he's back from corporate America. He said he came on vacation since 2020, and here he is. So asking him, he said, well, look, life here is the same as the way I found myself in Iraq and other places. I mean, the desert, you only take by one time in a week. Can you imagine? So what difference it makes? I mean, it's my home. I have to come back to be my quota. Sekou, welcome back to the second and final portion of our discussion.
Thank you.
Okay, Sekou, since you returned, I noticed that you've been attracted to the young people. What are some of those things that you notice of the youth of Liberia today?
So I noticed that the youth of Liberia is very passionate.
Okay.
They're very passionate about their future. Those that have interacted with.
Okay.
You know, I've dealt with a lot of musicians, up and coming musicians, because on the at the facility we have enough space where we actually host shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
So with their passion to be successful in what they're doing, it's kind of taken back based on the current situation that the country is in. So with the passion, you know, these guys are out there trying to work with folks, trying to, you know, they actually still making music. They're doing their thing, although there's no support really for the artists. Once again, there's passion. Even the guys that are on the motorcycle, you know, even those guys that are on the motorcycle, at least they're not robbing you, they're not stealing, they making way to earn money, you know, for them or for their family. You know, you see the young ladies out there selling. So there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of hard work that I see in the youth. What I see, there's a lot of good things that I see. But however, we're a little bit slow as a society to bring them up to their full potential.
If you were opportune today, perhaps you bump into one of your friends from overseas that say, okay, Sekou, I see that you want to do something better back home. Financially, I know you are down. What would be the first priority, just in case somebody come in to help, you know, to team up with you to get things done in Liberia?
Yes, financially, you know, I'm using my retirement money to get things done. So if someone would come up to me and say, hey, I see what you're doing, they will say that, hey, you're putting your money where your mouth is, you know, which is very important, that if you have a goal, you have a dream or whatever, you have to put yourself into it. Right now, at Mahdi Akiza, we are looking for sponsors, we're looking for investors, just to help with our project, the different projects that we have, you know, the community service, healthy church, that we go to these different places and do free health assessment. So we definitely are inviting investors to be a part of the rehabilitation business that we're into, and a little bit of the entertainment, you know, for the artists, to support them, get their music
at least
out.
to keep the young people busy.
Yes.
To not have them idle, because idle mind is a double workshop.
Definitely.
To keep them busy.
Yes.
What are you doing? Are you reaching out to NGOs and philanthropists and what have you, locally and internationally?
So we have, our first step was to get all our documents, our sectorial clearance, accreditation to the finance ministry, all the different documents that that being a Marine, especially administration, you have to get all your paperwork done.
Right.
You know, paperwork is very important. We are now in contact with, we will be contacting the World Health Organization. We'll be contacting USEF, Tier Fund, all the different larger entity in the NGO sector. So yes, the process is on as far as I'm making contact with them.
And you look for good prospect.
And I look forward and I pray every day for investors, for sponsors, even partnership with these larger NGOs
to be able to help.
Yes,
push you forward.
Yes.
So, President, now you're only in Maserado County.
Yes, only in Maserado County. We're located across the street from the VOA Market.
Okay.
Robert Field Highway. We are open for fitness. If you feel like you have high blood pressure, diabetes, and stroke, and you'd like to recover, our phone number is 0555-719793, 0778-722545.
Okay, yeah, I told you I'm going to reserve that up to the end of the discussion. And you give.
I'll give it again.
Yeah, you can give it again. That's good of you. I love the smartness in the. Yeah. So okay, a lot of people listening to you there. The wellness is something that is very new to Liberians. How can you, inculcate this into their mind? Wellness is very new. People know about fitness, but another jargon has been added to it, which is wellness. Fitness, somebody say, but fitness is the same as wellness. But they say, no, they are two different things. So can you please draw the line between the two of them, fitness and wellness?
Okay. Fitness is a very critical part of wellness. So fitness is a part of wellness. So wellness encompasses being fit, your body, mental health.
Okay.
Right? Nutrition, wellness, happiness, wellness, anything that motivate, that take your spirit to a higher level of living easily, that's wellness.
Okay.
So fitness is in wellness. Yeah.
Are they inseparable, or they
are together?
They are together.
They are together hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
Because you will see a lot of people, few people, I don't know about Liberia, that they'll go take these surgery to lose weight,
okay,
all these things. But
Yeah.
if they haven't been exercising 90% or even higher, that weight will come.
So just I learned through research again that once you pass the age 50, automatically the weight will always just come, whether you eat or you don't eat or whatever the case may be. So please explain to us better.
So your metabolism slows down.
Okay.
Right. When you're younger, the metabolism is faster. You know, you're burning calories, but once you start approaching those, that later ages of life, the metabolism slows down. What that means is you need to increase your metabolism, exercise, eating right. Those are the key components of increasing the metabolism, so that way you don't gain weight.
But Sekou, I noticed that in many of our we journalists are whole responsible because they can talk. You don't hear it much on our radio. All you hear about us journalists is politics, and because a healthy nation brings us healthy people. Because if the health tips are not told to us, you look today, go to every cemetery in Liberia. Somebody 17 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old, have been buried. Whereas the older ones in the 60s, 70s, they're still surviving and moving. So when you think, what are the plans that you have that these kind of discussion should be periodic, on radios and what have you? What plans you got for that?
So once again, after this, we'll sit down with you where we can come on a monthly basis.
Okay.
To have these conversations.
Right.
You mentioned where the younger generation is dying.
Right.
That will come from, once again, stress. That will come from not educated enough to know consumption, what to eat, how you should eat it. It's always interesting that Liberia, that is so rich in natural resources, the food is good. Why are we suffering from high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke? Where was the turning point that all these things are happening to to us as a nation? So the education, being on the radio at a consistent time, like you said, where we sit and talk health tip, is very important. It's very important, especially for the leaders, our leaders in the country. I know for a fact they go through a lot of stress. That just any leadership position. So what are they doing to kind of help with their stress level? So there's a lot of work to be done.
So you think you also encourage Liberians to get involved with a lot of agricultural, activities, wherein we will cut down on these frozen food that come from overseas. Some of them spend months upon months on the sea. They have lost their nutrients and what have you. So we should concentrate on, our backyard gardening, our little farming activities around the community.
Definitely, that's something that we need to cultivate. That's something that we need to continually do. Stay away from the anything that's in plastic in the supermarket. That obviously is being processed. The rice that we eat, majorly processed. I'm not even sure where those rice are coming from.
So we should revert to our what we call country rice.
The country rice is healthy. Nothing has been processed in it.
Okay, it was not chemically grown.
No.
Naturally, it took its time to grow.
Correct.
So when you eat it, the nutrients are there. It help to keep the body, functioning well.
Definitely. So definitely going back to the agriculture, sustaining the country, supporting. I know the government have programs for, especially now, there's a lot of movement towards the funding for agriculture. So I think that's a good move.
So you encourage every Liberian to do that?
I encourage Liberians to have the passion.
You have the passion. You have the passion.
Because the Liberians do all kinds of stuff. To have the passion, not just to go get the money, but to have that passion.
Okay.
Yes.
To have the passion to make sure they eat well and not just processed food. Because we like the quick fix stuff. You see the eatery along the roadside. I know when you were coming, you saw it left and right.
Right.
People seated there, want to, let me just take a little French fry or Kentucky chicken and sit there and just eat it, and one thing I see in Liberia, when your belly is in front of you, say, man, the guy enjoy you, the guy enjoy. I tell them, you're sick, you're not enjoying.
Yes.
So please advise us a little on this pot belly business.
So, and that has always been tradition in Liberia and Africa. When you see someone with a big gut, that means they are at a prominent status. Unfortunately, that is the health is not up to par with them. The healthcare, their health is not good. The health needs work. They need to work out. They need to lose weight. Just anything around the belly, is a major health concern. Yeah, definitely a major health concern.
If you just joined the program, it's ABC Hard Talk, and we're talking health today on ABC Hard Talk, and wellness and fitness and whatever way you may call it. But we thought that this kind of discussion is always good to get you, the audience over there, not all alone consuming politics from this our platform, but sometimes you sit and you listen to what would make you to live long. Yeah, the politics is good to listen to. Yeah, oh yeah, my man, I enjoy the way you're expanding on a political issue. But you're sick, and you don't know that you are sick. You think that you're normal because you drank 2 bottles of beer just 2 hours ago. You think it's normal with you, not knowing that what you're consuming over there is nothing but part of sugar, part of chemical, or the processed food in the supermarket. You're just eating it. You don't walk. You don't even take a walk. Some of us drive from one end to another end, just sit in our offices whole day. Some are better still, just from car straight into our air conditioner rooms. We just take by and lie down in bed. Put a DSTV on. The next thing is out to snow, just like one old truck, climbing the hill. So these days we thought to bring it to your doorstep to be able to live long. Actually, the rationale behind this whole discussion is about you to be in good health and live long, because health is what? Wealth. As it is said. Yeah, in every society, health is wealth. So, as we soon be going to the phone lines, any other thing that you thought to add up before I take calls from the audience who following us?
So one tip that I do, I have a routine when you get up in the morning. Either it's very important. Either you go for a walk, or you go for a run, or you go to the gym and work out. I know a lot of the traffic around where we at is very congested, so I know people having challenge. But even if you get up in the morning, you can still do some exercise. You can do some jumping jacks.
Right.
You can do some push-up. You can do some sit-up.
Some planks.
Some planks. Just to maintain your health. Get up, go out there. You don't need a big space to work out. You don't need a gym to work out. You can do it right in your room. Also try to incorporate breathing exercise. You can go on YouTube and type in breathing exercise. It will show you all kinds of different breathing exercise, which is very good to wake you up in the morning and all those good things. And meditation. I don't know if Liberia is big into meditation. So meditation is very, very good.
But I know the people who are involved with yoga.
Yoga
here.
Yoga is very good as well. Very, very important. Yoga as far as health, overall health.
But people see it like a religion here, though.
Well,
like as a religion, because people say, oh, the people who do yoga, the Indians and the people from Asia, for that matter. It's a religiously driven. It's they're looking at like another more wellness or fitness for your own, a better state of mind.
Right. I think yoga is transitioning into the mainstream, meaning that there are different kinds of yoga that is taken away from. If someone have a concern, is a religious thing, is actually a very good way of living. A very good way of living. Some yoga have the power to heal almost any organs in your body. That's how important yoga is. But we tend to, something that is different, we tend to classify as strange or not good for us. But on the other hand, yoga is very important to our overall health.
Yoga is very important to our overall health. It's the voice of Sekou Saleh, retired U.S. Marine who came back home 2020 just for vacation, and to his utmost surprise, he's still seated here, and I showed come 2023, this October will be his own first election. Okay, so let's now try to see whether we can engage the public, whatever you are in Monrovia, and you want to be part of our discussion. Now you can call. I know you've been following, though we're not talking politics, which of course we still know how to reduce on politics and still not talk about it, health tips that will also keep you in good shape. 0777105 0777105 and 0555105 number to call. Or better still, we have an alternative line, which is 07765907225. Call those numbers and ask the necessary question. We have the expert in studio who is telling us about wellness. Because a lot of you, like I said, you wake up in the morning, you don't need a bigger space, you don't have to run in the house, or you can do different, exercises just to keep yourself fit, especially those of us who are past the age of 50s, who are approaching the age of 30. Even today, 12-year-old can die from high blood pressure. 10-year-old, 9-year-old, even 2-month-old baby, 1-month-old baby, they can die from all those things. So you need to just keep yourself physically fit. So I thought to bring Sekou in studio because he's got the expertise in that to actually talk to us all as Liberians to be able to shape our understanding with respect to better living. Some other feel that when you eat the chicken here, you eat the chicken food, you eat the chicken thigh, the chicken hay, everything, your stomach full, you drink beer on top of it. Life. It's not life, you're killing yourself. You need to cut down on processed food. Go back to your cassava. You see the beginning of the show, you heard what I said. And the recording you listening to, it talk about cassava having benefits. Don't think cassava just have things inside that will kill you. No, it's not true. It got side effect, but cassava got more benefit equally. So to be part of the discussion, let me hear from you. 0777105 I hope I'm not having problem with the line today because I looked at my 0777105 and 07765907225. If you are there, I'm here. It's ABC Radio. So call them. Let's make it interactive. Let me hear from you. What is your own concern with respect to healthy living? Let me hear from you. What is it you have on your sleeves? Perhaps you just came from the hospital and you are faced with a problem. You are bedridden and you have not been doing any physical exercise since you took the surgery or since you took that heavy operation. And you need to be doing the physical to remain in good shape, or better still to keep healthy and the kind of food you eat. So I want you to call now because we have the experts in studio that will drill you through some of the concern that you have. So you can call down on 0777105 We got like 4 more minutes to go on this platform. So let me hear from you. Or else I will let him do all of the talking. Then you only copy because most of you, because one is not politics. When it's not politics, most of them will think that, oh, okay, they're not discussing politics. Okay, then let me listen to that station. But we're discussing wellness. What we're talking about wellness. Wellness means to be in a good shape regarding your health. To be your mind is prepared to be able to go to bed tonight and wake up tomorrow, and you set a goal for yourself to be able to. Just to wake up healthy. That's what we're talking about today. On this last portion of our discussion. So be my guest there, and by calling, make sure that you join us on these numbers 0777105 and 07765907225. It's an alternative line. If you cannot get through that line, but I'm giving you an alternative line, that's 07765907225. Call and let's hear you. And what is it you got to say? What is it you want us to do? What is it you have on your sleeve with respect to your health? Those of you who suffer from weight, your weight is so heavy, and you try to see how best you can reduce on it. It is not time that you call. Don't be ashamed. Call. Whether you out of Liberia, you in Liberia, we have the expertise here, and I want to drill you through those things that you need to do. He's a Liberian that came back home 2020 on vacation, but he chose to stay here and to provide for us those things that are lacking. Because, in our various hospitals and clinics, we still don't have the facility, precisely what they are involved with, to talk about wellness, to talk to you when you go through, a minor or major surgery or operation, whatever the case may be. that you need to do those little exercises to keep yourself fit and moving. Okay, Sheku, let's come back to you because it seems to be like our guests, our audience, they actually enjoying you giving a narration with respect to what they have. Because trust me, if I want to drill you through politics here, now we're going to be jam-packed this afternoon because we're talking wellness. So let's the next 3-4 minutes, let's hear from you precisely regarding your closing remark.
So in closing, once again, giving back to the society, health and wellness is important. We are located in the VOA area.
Okay, go ahead.
We're located in VOA. We're directly across the street from the VOA market.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any concern about health, you have any concern about high blood pressure, diabetes, if you concerning stroke, which is part of affecting the brain. So if there's any concern, give us a call or come visit us at the facility.
What the number are again?
So the number is 0555-719793, 0778-722545.
Okay, Sheku, thank you very much for taking the time to come this distance, from Ralphie Highway to come and be part of our discussion here today. We want to thank you. And again, our doors are still open. We need this kind of tidbits to be able to talk to our people, about good living, wellness, and what have you. I learned a lot today listening to you. And I guess a lot of people out there too, including my colleagues within the building, they have learned a lot. And as they walk out of here, many of them say, "Oh, today I think I got something better." Trust me, I will give you the information that people in this building will confess with respect to what we have heard today. And those are outsiders. So I want to say thank you again for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yes, that's the voice of Sheku Sylla. He was my